Servus and hello. My name is Fireball313 and this is the new episode of Beyond the Game. And again, in this video I want to show some fine retail games where the publisher put some love into their products. And the first candidate of this video is the House of the Dead Remake. This game came out in April 2022 for the Nintendo Switch, and later there was even a port for the PlayStation and for the Xbox. The House of the Dead series has a very interesting history, especially when you are from Germany, because Germany has a very strict censorship. Japan is famous for that also. And you guys can imagine that these kind of games back then didn't came out on a legal way, if I say it like that. I mean, really important is the House of the Dead series started in the arcade halls. Actually, this is a light gun game, and the original game came out in 1997 and was produced by Sega AM1. This game, I mean, the first original version came out on the Sega Model 2 and was quite a success. And that actually hyped the zombie genre together with Resident Evil, yeah. And later there came even a port in 1998 for the Sega Saturn, and you guys imagine everybody in Germany want to have this kind of game. But first you needed a Sega Saturn, and that was quite hard because the platform was not really popular. I mean, Germany was more a Nintendo and PlayStation country. And besides that, to get the game on the legal way was impossible because of the censorship. So people who wanted to play the game had two options. They imported from a different country like Austria or England, or they just moved. You know, for example, if you live to the Dutch, if you live close to the Dutch border or to the Austrian border, yeah, you just go over the border and you go to a local video game store, and there you bought the game. This is how we did that back then. You know, to get to avoid the censorship. You know, so yeah. And this is quite funny because this game is uncensored and it is from an age of 18. But I can tell you, 30 years ago, this game in this form would never be released in Germany. It would be censored, or it would be just, it would never got released on the German market. Yeah. What is quite fascinating about the remake is this game got not produced by Sega or published by Sega in any kind of way. This game got produced by Megapixel Studio, and the publisher was Microids. And maybe you guys know the company. They produced the awful Flashback, you know, what I showed I don't know, a half year ago or something. Yeah. This is actually a full remake of the game. And this is interesting in many ways, because this is especially a light gun game, and the Switch doesn't have any kind of light guns. So when we talk about the controls, you had many options to play the game. You could play it with the gyro control, with the Pro controller, just really standard. It was even possible to play it in a handheld mode, or just with your Joy-Cons. But in this case, none of these games, I mean, none of these controls are really didn't work like it should be. So if you really want this accuracy, this precision, like with a light gun, you will never get this. And this is one of the biggest flaws of this game, because the controls are really hit and miss, and it doesn't matter what you choose, you know. Besides that, the game had a couple of slowdowns, and the graphical detail was not really so impressive like people hoped. But besides that, this is really a fun game, a very short game. I mean, the original roots are from the arcade. Yeah, but if you know the original version and you like these kind of light gun games, then this is a must-have for you. If you are a collector, then the limited edition, so this is a different word for limited, you know, is quite fascinating because it comes with some goodies. But first we appreciate to the front cover, you know, because the design looks really awesome. You know, I mean, yeah, you have the ugly stickers, you know, 18 plus, but besides that, actually it looks really really cool, you know, like a door what got blasted open and zombies are attacking us. And here you maybe can guys see already, you have here some kind of 3D image. And this is this is one of the extras what comes with this version. Soon I show this. But yeah, but there's a front cover I really like. You know, when you go into the store and you see that, it really jumps immediately in your face. You know, I like that. So, and you see the makers and even the publisher really like the series, so they give them some attention in this case, you know, because they always could go with a standard cover, you know, not something like that. Yeah. When we turn it around, actually it looks like that. The hellish arcade shooter is back, yes. And here they even tell you what you get, what is inside of this limited edition. Soon I show that. This game actually you can play on couch co-op with 2 people. There's no online capability, and I think this is okay so, because this is a light gun game, you know. And by the way, they tell even that is the Pro controller, it's compatible, yeah. When we open the package, this is just the paper sleeve without the game and everything. So this looks like that. And it's very solid, really solid. You know, it's not really thin or something. It's really, really, yeah, very, very strong. I like that. So it doesn't get broken so easily in this case. And the first thing what I would like to show is this image. This is a 3D image. What is actually in front here? So wait, let me put this back like that, so you guys can see that. So, and yes, this is the full 3D image, and I don't know how you call this material here. So at least it's that, and yeah, you guys can see it. I hope you guys can see it. Looks really cool. I like that. And this is the back, nothing special in this case. And then you get, of course, the game itself, and this is the standard cover, and I don't like that actually. It really looks so generic, you know. It looks really like that this graphic is made in, I don't know, in the 1995 or something in this case. Besides that, I mean, this looks way cooler, if you guys ask me. So yeah, the back does it look the same like the other package? Yeah. Actually, it's almost the same. Almost the same. You get some screenshots, and that is always nice to see. And here you see already all the blood and the gore, you know. And that is still fascinating for me that they show this even on a German version, you know. Like I said, 30 years ago, this would be a must. This would be a no-go. Like that. What is a real shame, I mean, this is the limited edition, it is a special edition in some kind of way, and what do we get? Yeah, we don't get any kind of manual, we get just the SD card or the cartridge. There is no alternative cover, unfortunately, just white background. What a shame, what a real shame. I mean, if you look already at the presentation, like here and there and this, and when you open it like white, you know, it would be so cool if you had some images of zombies, or maybe the house where you enter later in the game, you know. That would be nice if they would show this. Some spooky stuff, you know. A real shame that they didn't use this side. At least, yeah. So there's nothing spectacular in this case. But what else do you get? You get some character stands actually, and this is the first one. And here you can see you can open this, and then you can put this on the table, and this is one of these character stands, and here is the second one. And these zombies you actually see in the game, you know, this is the zombie with the chainsaw, and this is just a standard zombie. So and this is really cool. You could put them next together actually, but I don't want to. Soon I will put that back in the package. I don't want to use that, you know, because of value reason. Yeah, so that is this. This is awesome, and the material here on top is shiny, so that is really nice. It's not low budget quality or something. It's really solid, and I like that. Yes. And beside that, you have some stickers. This is funny, you know. This is here the chainsaw zombie. Then you have here the bullets, and here is the reticle aim. And here you have some bats. And this is the original cover from House of the Dead with the logo next to it. And here you see one of the guns what you could use, you know. So yeah. So technically, I could even make a small screenshot, you know, if you just use, let's say, if I use this as a white background like that, then I could put this reticle aim here, the zombie next to there, and here the bats, and then it would almost look like a screenshot from the game, you know. The only thing what you really need is just a specific background in this case. But yeah, that is really nice. Let's talk about the value. When this came out in 2022, it was around 30 euro. Now the price, I checked it on eBay, it's something like 25 euro. If you go with the PlayStation 4 version, what has a better technique, in this case a better quality of graphics, it's even cheaper. You get it for 15 euro. So yeah. So as a collector, I must say, I mean, it's a nice game with some problems. Like I said, the aiming is a thing, and you don't get a menu. You know, you have just a white background. That is a real shame. Yeah, but besides that, you get really value for your money, and I like that. You know, really. So this is a thumbs up for me. Yeah, and if you want the best experience from the remake version, then buy the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox version. The next game what I would like to show was victim of the German censorship also. And that is Zombies Ate My Neighbors. This game came out in its original form in 1993 and was produced by LucasArts. Now they call Lucasfilm Games, and the publisher was Konami. And the censorship for us German people started already with the title, because Zombies Ate My Neighbors was too extreme, too violent. So the publisher was forced to change it just to the name Zombies. Yeah. Besides that, they changed some stuff when we talk about the graphical violence. But this is quite fascinating, because this is an action title, but this has a cartoon graphic, you know. Everything is just like, everything is in a very comical way, you know. And even the German government thought this is too violent for us kids. I mean, yeah, this was back then in 1993, you know. So, yeah, so the publisher was forced to cut some stuff out, you know. And for the first time now we have the chance to play the game in its original form together with Ghoul Patrol. Of course, both these games you can just download through the PlayStation Store or just the eShop. But if you want a retail version, you can get it through Limited Run. Actually, I couldn't find any date when this game got released, you know. I mean, I knew a couple of years ago these games came out just in a digital form. And just by coincidence, I found this version, wait, let me think, yeah. I found this version in a Dutch video game store, you know, and I thought, wow, this is really great. Because I really love the first Zombies Ate My Neighbor. I wanted to have it for a modern console, you know, in some kind of remaster way, yeah. And this is, yeah, one of your chances. If you want to have it in a retail form, then you should go with this one, yeah. The price actually of this game is in this form with the extra content, what I soon show, is something like 40 euro plus, actually. The cheapest version what I could find was 40 euro, yeah. But of course, if you want it sealed, then it's more expensive. Some information about both these games. They are really similar. Technically, you play one of these teenagers. You could play this even in couch co-op. This was one of the features back then, and you have a top-down perspective, and you run around in your neighborhood, in a supermarket, and you shoot zombies, and you must save some people. For in the beginning, your neighbors, and later just some people, you know, random people, stuff like that. When you save all your people, actually, then a door opens and you move to the next level. The gameplay with Zombies Ate My Neighbor was really fluid, was very easy, was a very easy pick up and play gameplay. With Ghoul Patrol, they really changed that, and that was one of the reasons why I didn't like Ghoul Patrol, because the controls felt really heavy, different. I mean, the vibe from the first game was completely gone in the second part. So technically, I just bought this compilation just for this game. Yeah. So the question is, what do you get for your money, actually? And let's wait before I talk about that. First, let's look at the background. Yeah, and what it says: enjoy 16-bit console gaming with the cult classic Zombie Ate My Neighbors and its sequel Ghoul Patrol in their long-awaited return. 66 undeadly levels featuring 2-player mode and save features, achievement, and museum features. Yeah, and that was actually everything. That is the first big disappointment in this game. Normally, I mean, this is in some way a port of the original game, and you see this with other retro titles. They enhance the gameplay with rewind functions, special filters, special background borders, stuff like that. You don't get this actually with this compilation, and that is a real shame. So if you want to play the game, for example, there's just 2 screen options. Full screen or just the original version. You can change the background, there is no rewind function, there's nothing, you know, and that is a real shame, I think. And besides that, what is quite interesting, because the first zombie game, Zombies Ate My Neighbor, came out on the Super Nintendo and later on the Sega Saturn. So here, not Sega Saturn, but I'm talking shit. I mean the Sega Mega Drive. I'm sorry. So what you have is here the Super Nintendo version, and this also. What would be nice also if you would get the Mega Drive version as an extra bonus, you know. But yeah, this is not included. So yeah, so a real shame. So the only feature what you have is the save feature, but you don't need that because the game has a password function, and there is a museum feature where you get some interviews and some scans from images and manuals. No, nothing really special in this kind of case. But let's look at the stuff what comes with the original game, and that is quite fascinating. I mean, yeah, first you get both games on Blu-ray, and then you get, and you don't believe this, a real menu. Wow, I like it already. And then you get 3D glasses, and this one has a purpose. Soon I show that. Besides that, there is an alternative background, if you could call it like that. Let me turn this around, and then you guys see what I mean. I mean, it's not really, it doesn't look so nice, but it's at least something, and that is this, you know. And here, Lucasfilm, Eat Zombies Ate My Neighbors, and this is the background. So, I mean, it's not really spectacular in this case, sorry, but better than nothing, you know. So, yeah. Let me put this back. I like it more in the original form. Yeah. So let's look at the manual. Oh wait, no, and this is important. The manual has 3D images, and you can see that every time when you look at the pages and it shows this one, you must put your 3D glasses on, and then it gets a 3D effect or something. And I tried this out, for example here, this has in 3D effect, but it doesn't work. And here also, it doesn't work. I don't know why, maybe it's me, but I don't see anything in 3D, unfortunately. So there is no 3D perspective. It's a real shame. Yeah, but I like the manual. It's cool design. And this is actually the original cover from Zombies Ate My Neighbors. By the way, even they tell this is 3D gallery. And instruction manual. So when we open the first page, you get this actually here. Keep an eye on corners. They have actually quite a nice humor. Even you can see it in the manual. So, and they talk in detail about Zombie Ate My Neighbors and Ghoul Patrol. So, and here they explain the story about Zombies Ate My Neighbors, and here about Ghoul Patrol. And here you guys can see already there is the 3D glasses, so you could get some kind of 3D effect through with the images. Yeah. Then the controls are quite straightforward, and it's a real shame that they didn't adapt the second analog stick in this case, you know, because this is a top-down game, and yeah, and it is really made for twin stick shooting, you know, yeah. And the gameplay of Zombies Ate My Neighbors looks like that. And a problem with the Super Nintendo version is actually you have a radar, and every time when you press the R button, the radar appears here. And in the Mega Drive version, for example, the radar is always visible, but here not. And I think it's a shame. I mean, now the screen is bigger, actually. You could just place the radar like that here, and you just leave it like that, but no, unfortunately not. Yeah. And here, these are the people, the neighbors, who needs rescued. So you have the dog, the explorer, the evil school teacher, the tourist, the cheerleader, and you get, of course, some points. Yeah, and then you have the barbecue guy, and the baby, and the soldier. Yeah, really funny characters. These are the weapons, actually. This is the squirt gun. This is your standard weapon, actually. Then you have some soda pop cans, a bazooka. With that, you can kill some really hard enemies, or you can even make some holes in the walls, you know. Fire extinguisher is to freeze your enemies for a certain time. And you can even throw tomatoes if you want that. Yeah. This game is quite easy. I mean, most doors, I mean, you can go into houses, but for that, all the doors mostly closed. You need keys. You have some special potions even, you know, to change into a monster. First aid kit. Yeah, I think I don't need to talk about that. If you use the speed shoes, then you really run very, very fast. Yeah. And here are some monsters from the first Zombie Ate My Neighbors. Yeah, just a standard zombie, of course. Here, Tommy the evil doll is really funny. It's a baby doll with an axe, you know. Yeah. And here are some victims. Yeah, I really like the detail how they made the manual. Really, they put a lot of effort in this case. So here, this is about Ghoul Patrol. These are the weapons what you have, and you can see you have. Actually, the bazooka is gone. I think, right? Is the bazooka gone? No. I must really say it's a long time that I played the game. Yeah. So these are the monsters. And this is the original cover from Zombies Ate My Neighbors. And for us Germans, it was like that, just zombies. And this is a 3D image also, yeah. And this is an image of Ghoul Patrol. I don't think this is the original cover from the Super Nintendo version. I'm not sure about that. And then you have an artwork about Zombies Ate My Neighbor. This looks more realistic, I think. Yeah, and then, and this is quite funny, actually there is a password puzzle what you can do here actually, and then, yeah, for the first zombies, of course. And here you have the password for what you can fill in for Ghoul Patrol. This is always nice, you know, that they have some pages to fill that in, you know, I like that. Yeah, and that is actually the full stuff what you get for something like €30, I said. I mean, when we talk about the port, it's a real shame that they didn't put any kind of effort in this case. I mean, there's no rewind function, no graphical stuff, you know, and I mean, no filters. That is a real shame. No, you can change your backgrounds. That is a shame also. So this is more, and at least I bought this more or less just as a collector. And by the way, I just want to play zombies again because my PlayStation 4 is always connected to my television, and I don't want to take my Super Nintendo always out of the closet just to play this game. So it's nice to have it in this collection. So the question is the collector's edition, or just, is it a collector's edition? I think this is the standard version. Yeah, is the standard version really a must-have? If you want both games in a retail version, yes. 40 euro, it's a little bit expensive, I think. If you get it for 25, I would say, yeah, go for it. And then, of course, always check if you get it in its full glory with the 3D glasses and the menu. Yes, and maybe the 3D effect works on you. With me, unfortunately, it's not really, good in any kind of way. Yeah, that is Zombies Ate My Neighbor and Ghoul Patrol. Game number 3 is a good example of missed opportunities. And that is a Star Wars VR series, Vader Immortal. That is the only retail version of these games, and that is really fascinating. Because Vader Immortal came out already on the Oculus Rift, the Oculus Rift S, the Oculus Quest, and the Oculus Quest 2, and there was even a digital version for the PlayStation VR. That is the special retail edition. And this comes with 2 physical postcards, a digital art book, and never seen before video footage and more. And for that you have a code what you can fill in, and then you can download some stuff. And that is a real shame, because I would really like to have this art book just in physical form, you know, not digitally. Yeah. Vader Immortal is a fascinating video game because it came out in 3 episodes. Actually, when you play all 3 episodes, then you finish the game just in something like 2 hours. So it's really a very short experience. Yeah. To play the game on the PlayStation VR, you need, of course, the headset, the camera, and you need 2 move controllers. So there's no way to play this with the standard controller, and they even tell this is required. Yeah. You play a Force-sensitive smuggler, and Lord Vader gives you an assignment, and I don't want to spoil too much, but at least you learn a lot about the history of the planet Mustafa. That is more or less the place where mostly Darth Vader stays in his palace, you know. So I didn't expect anything, you know, when we talk about the storyline. And at the end, I was really surprised. Yeah, the gameplay is very, very shallow, you know, because of the limitation of the move controller. You teleport more or less, you know, through the environment. And yes, you could use your lightsaber. You can even use some force abilities. That works really well, but the gameplay is very, very shallow, you know. And mostly you just stand there and you watch characters walking around and have conversations. And sometimes you can do some action stuff, you know. But what was, for me at least, very impressive when Lord Vader is standing in front of you, that is really... I was really like, when he came up to me, you know, and was threatening me, I was like, oh my God, I think I want to shit in my pants. Yeah, that was really a aha moment for me in the game. Yeah. I mean, if you are a Star Wars fan, you really don't need to play this. I mean, this is not really something what is so awesome, so cool, you know. If you want a nice experience for the PlayStation VR and you get it very, very cheap, yeah, you can download it on the PlayStation Store or buy the retail version. But I know this is really hard to get. But the price is actually quite cheap. It's just 30 euros. So yeah. Actually, I only saw this one time in the wild, and then I bought it immediately because I knew it's really hard to get this version. Yeah, Unfortunately, I can't show so much, just two things. But first, let's look at the package, yeah. And the design is nice. It's okay, yeah. Nothing really extraordinary. I bought this in Holland, by the way. This is the English version. So yeah, Vader Immortal, a Star Wars VR series, a cinematic interactive experience. Yes, this is actually a really good explanation of what you do there. So a cinematic interactive experience that let you step inside a galaxy far, far away into the role of the smuggler operating near Mustafar, the fiery planet that Darth Vader calls home. You will find yourself in a grand adventure where you can hone your lightsaber skills, navigate dangers, and come face to face with Vader himself. Yeah, so they claim there's an authentic Star Wars story, and you get it really. There is a lightsaber dojo and epic battles. Epic battles, not really. So if you just play the storyline, there is a dojo, and there you have a lot of trials. I think most of the time you stay there, and if you want all the trophies, then you will find yourself at home at the lightsaber dojo there. So and there's a lot of task stuff what you need to do. Reflect, shoot blaster stuff. You must manipulate stuff with the force, things like that. Yeah. This is just a one-player game, unfortunately. Yeah, and what I can just show is, and this is funny, just the game itself. And that comes with a standard Blu-ray, of course. There is no menu, there's no alternative background, nothing in this case, unfortunately. Only thing what you get is the physical postcards, and they look really nice, and they have a real good quality. So this is the front cover, of course, what you know already from the game itself. Looks awesome, I think, and good paper quality. Fate has chosen you. Woo-hoo-hoo. Of course, you can send it away if you want that. And then you have a different image. And this is a scene from episode 3, but I don't want to spoil in this case. So, and that looks really nice. And this is an artwork, by the way. And here you can see the handwriting of the artist. Yeah, he will not be denied. Yeah, and then, of course, you get a paper sleeve with the download code for the digital art book and the video and the video stuff, what you get. I mean, the video material, how they call that? The video footage, yes, right. And that is actually everything what you get with this retail version. And that is a real shame, I think. And menu would be nice. It would be nice to have a physical art book, stuff like that, you know, because, I mean, this is the only retail version of this game, you know, they could put some effort in this case. Yeah, so really missed opportunity. Is the game a must-have? No. Even if you are a die-hard Star Wars fan. It's a nice story, but most of the time you just sit there and you see how the story unfolds. I mean, it's nothing spectacular. You learn a lot about Mustafar, and that is stuff what I even didn't know, you know. That is nice to have this information, but it's not really that you say, oh my God, I must, if I don't know this information, I will die. No, it's not like that. Yeah. So if you see it in the wild for cheap money, like 10 euro, you can do nothing wrong. Yeah, 30 euro, I must say. I mean, let's talk about the game itself. I mean, not the packaging. 30 euro for 2-hour VR experience is a little bit expensive, I think. So, yeah. But as a collector, I wanted to have this one, and I'm glad, but I'm a little bit disappointed also. So I give, I don't give a recommendation in this case. You know what? Just look at the video material, I mean the video footage, and read the reviews and make your own opinion in this case. Yes. The last game and the highlight of this video is the Breakers collection, and this one is for the Nintendo Switch and got produced by Strictly Limited. The value of this box, what is quite big, by the way, is something like 60 euro when you ordered it through limited run. But I was really lucky. I got this game, I think half a year ago. I think it was June or something. I was in Oberhausen and there was a GameStop. And I saw this game there and it was sealed for 40 euro. And I thought, hey, you can do nothing wrong in this case. Especially, I heard about the Breakers series and I don't have a Neo Geo, unfortunately. So this was my chance to get a decent port. And by the way, you get a lot of goodies. What is included? Technically, 2 games. The first, original Breaker, what is, a fighting game similar like Street Fighter 2. Actually, if you look at the gameplay, this is pure Street Fighter 2, and the character design has a lot of similarities, let's say it like that. And there was an updated version, Breaker's Revenge, what came out later in 1998, and that is included also, yeah. And soon we will look at the goodies, but first let's look at the front cover, and that is quite nice. And yeah, the side looks like this, and there you can see the box is really big, by the way. Look, let's make a comparison. Here we have Vader Immortal, so yeah, so you see it's really big, but it's not too heavy. So this is the side, this is the top, and that is the back. And I don't know why. There is a lot of room to put some screenshots and some explanation about the game, stuff like that, you know, and even tell what is inside of this collector's edition. But no, they just left it like that. I don't know. Strange design choice, yeah. So first you have this paper sleeve, you take it away. This is solid paper, no complaints about that. And then you have this box. And this is a very solid box. The front looks like that. This is the side. It has a shape as a book, if you ask me. And here is the back. And here I don't have a problem with nothing in this case, because this is because of the designs, I want to keep it simple, and I understand that. But here, I don't think so, you know, because you have already some information there, you know. That is really strange. Yeah. So you open the box like, wait, how do I open it? Ah, yes, shit, I forgot. Actually, this is magnetic. So you open it like that, and then you get your goodies. And first I take everything out, and then I will present it piece by piece. Yeah, and you guys can see it already. You get a lot of stuff, really. Come out. I don't want to break it. Yeah. Let's do it like that. Yes. So, yeah. And then the game. So, let's put the box aside. Let's look at the game itself. I like the design, really. I love it. Looks really cool. Yeah. The back looks like that. And here I don't have a problem, you know, with no screenshots or something like that, because it fits with the design, you know. And let's say if you put now some screenshots in, then you could not see the artwork, you know. So, and this is so awesome, you know, when you open the game, you get a menu, really a menu what fits in the original package. I like that, you know. You guys can already see I'm really excited. Yeah, this is a collector's edition what put a lot of detail in so many things, and I love that, you know. I get value for my money. So let's take the game menu out and look at that. That looks so nice, you know. Some art design of the characters, you know. So, of course, here's the SD card or the cartridge. I don't know how to call that. You guys know what I mean. So, this is the original game, by the way. Yes. So, and then this menu. This is so cool. And this is a Nintendo Switch design. And actually, because you have a whole, every Switch game comes with a holder. So, this is how a Switch menu could look like. It is small, and you could place a lot of stuff in it, you know. Why we don't have this with every game? I don't understand that. Because manual is important. It belongs to a video game. You know what I mean? At least I was born to when I mean I was used to that. You know, and now actually you don't get this. Unfortunately, yeah, I know. Sorry, I get a little bit angry because strictly limited shows that we can have manuals. You know, decent manuals. You know, with a lot of information, and just the other publishers don't want to do that, you know, because it costs money, effort, stuff like that, you know. A real shame and a missed opportunity. Yeah, but let's talk about the manual now. You open it like that, and here you have an explanation of the storyline. Here you get information about the content. Yeah, here this is just a standard explanation about the controls, how the game screen looks like. This is how a manual should be, you know. And then introduction of the characters with their special moves, you know, and their super moves. And some background information. So this is actually the standard Ryu Ken character. Let's call him like that. Yeah. And this is Tia. Yeah, she plays a little bit like Chun-Li. Yeah. Some character looks really goofy like Huang. Yeah. And you guys see already the similarity. This is T-Hawk, you know. Yeah, look him, for example, Pelé Montario, the French guy, you know, he looks a little bit like Zorro, you know, just in a goofy way. Yeah, and this is so awesome, you know, you have the character information, and here the explanation how you throw, the command moves, and the special moves, the super moves, you know. So awesome, yeah. And this is the Sheik, you know. I mean, the Breaker series is not really famous for awesome character design, you know. It's a little bit goofy, let's say, like that. Here you have a pharaoh, you know, from the ancient Egypt. Yeah, really crazy. He reminds me actually of Shinobi. Yes. And here, this is cool, some information about the stages, what you can visit. And here you have some artworks in a small design, but this is nice, you know. This is so nice. Look that. This is the artwork of the front cover. Looks so cool. Yeah. This is the way how I want to have a manual, just a standard manual with every game. Ah, yes. Okay. Then you get actually this thing here, and this called, wait, I need my, this is an arcade flyer, because the first game came out on a Neo Geo, so it came out even in arcade hall. And here you have the information about the game, you know. And I like that. And it has this this feel that it's a little bit older, you know what I mean? I don't know how to explain that. But you can see actually the image quality is not perfect, but they did that on purpose, you know, to get this retro feel of the early 90s, you know, when you went into the arcade hall, you know. Yeah, besides that, you get, and this is awesome also, this is a 3D image of the game, and and it has almost the size like a mouse pad, you know. But this is so cool. So you have the game screen. I hope you guys can see that, the 3D image. The back looks like that, and that is okay. And that's really, really solid, you know, very thick, so cool. I like that. Oh, yes, now you guys can see it. Then, besides that, you get a huge poster, and not just one poster, you get a double-sided poster. And this is the front cover. Wait, that is this actually. Unfortunately, it's really, really big, so I just can show it in pieces. And when you turn it around, it's actually like that. This is the, and then, yes, it looks like this. This is so cool. Double-sided poster, you know. Really, they use the full potential of the poster. I love that. Yes. Then, we get, and this is quite funny because this is a fighting game, you get 2 wristbands with the logo. Oh, I don't want to open it now because if I open it, I can't close it anymore. So I just keep it like that. And you get a headband, you know, what you could use if you are a huge fan of breakers. I don't want to open this also because oh wait, it's already open. Yes, let's take it out. The material is actually awesome and it's flexible. That is nice. It's flexible. Yeah, and you could put this in your face if you want that. You look very nerdy, but yeah, people will love that, I think. Yeah. Then, we're not finished yet. Then there is a small sticker, actually, and I must be careful not to lose this one. And yeah, it's very, very small. And then you get, wait, yes, you get some collector's cards from the game with all the characters. And it looks like that. And wait, if you turn it around, actually you get the information about every character. I would like actually more if you have all the button controls, you know, like special moves, super moves, stuff like that. That is more handy, you know, then I don't need to get my menu every time, then I could just use these cards, you know. So, but let's look at the cards. This is Condor, you know, this Indian guy, and the back looks like that. Then we have Sheik, and of course here is the flag of him. Then we have Rila, she's from Brazil. The back looks like this. And then Saiso, the shinobi guy. Oh, the back is like that. And Tia, she's from Thailand. Then Sho, of course he's from Japan. And then Piel, I mean Zoro. I call him Zoro, okay? Then Li Dao Long, he's from Korea. And then Allison the Third, you know, this Egyptian guy, looks really stupid with his long fingernails. And the age is 4038, approximately. Yeah, right. And then Huang Baihu, the Chinese guy. Yes. That is cool. But we are not finished yet. That is so awesome. Let's do this soon. You get a soundtrack. And the soundtrack is not digitally, it's a real CD, you know, and it doesn't feel cheap in any kind of way, you know, really cool. So this is the front of the soundtrack. And then when you turn it around the back, then you have all the names of the soundtrack. Actually 32 songs are on the CD, and this is the full soundtrack, you know, of every character, stuff like that. Even some voices here, for example, if you win, you lose, draw game, stuff like that. Yes, when you open, this CD looks like that. So cool. And this is the background. Unfortunately, this is just one-sided piece of paper with 2 prints. There is no booklet. This is this. It would be nice if you had a small booklet, maybe some information about the soundtrack, but this is okay. I mean, you get already so much stuff, you know, for your money. So it's okay. I just leave it like that. So I can live with that. Let's say it like that. Yeah. So this is the soundtrack, you know, awesome, really awesome. And we are not finished yet because as the last item is an acrylic diorama. What you get, and actually I never open it, and we will do that now. Okay, so and we put it together and then we will see how it looks like. So first we have the character, and there's still some plastic film on it. I want to leave it like that. So then is the logo, one of the characters. And let's see how this works. So Ah, I think I know that, right? This must be like... shit. Yeah, I know. There's some information, wait. It sticks to my fingers. Wait. Come on, get in. Get in. Oh, this is stupid. This is with the acrylic stands always a problem, you know, to get this tight, because to get this in the holes, because everything is so fucking tight. I hope this works like that. Oh, shit, wait, let's do it like this. I don't want to break that, actually. Fuck, I don't want to break that, wait. Why you don't want to get in it? I think I must call my neighbor. I'm not strong enough. Oh, wow. And then, doesn't sound so good actually. Yeah, but the acrylic stand looks like that. Wow, this is awesome. Really awesome. And it would be more awesome if you had some kind of backlight here somewhere, you know, to highlight more the character in front. That is so cool, you know. This gives really a nice perspective, 3D perspective. So cool. Yeah. 1 second, my PC is complaining. So, okay. Yeah, I like that. I really like that. Wow. It's actually the same image, huh? Yes, it's the same image. Yeah. So, yeah. So, first, I mean, oh, okay. Let's take this apart. The Breakers collection. As a collector's edition, this is really, really, really cool, you know? I mean, for the money you get awesome stuff. I mean, if you are a fan of the series, that is important. Yeah, if we talk about the gameplay itself, yeah, Breakers is a straight Street Fighter 2 clone. Nothing really spectacular in this case. I mean, wait, let me put this back. Because I was interested in this series, because I don't have a Neo Geo, this was my way to play this for the first time. And that was, from a historical standpoint, awesome. But it's not really a must-have, you know, must-play, because Street Fighter or King of Fighters are way better, you know, better fighting games like Breakers. Breakers is mediocre at best, you know, and I don't want to hurt the series in any kind of way. But the collector's edition with the stuff, this is so cool. I mean, this is so awesome, you know. Yeah, it's really, really awesome. I'm really happy with that, and already the menu make me already happy, you know. So yeah, so if you are a huge collector, this is really your must-have, you know, because it's so cheap. It's still something like, wait, 60 euro. Yeah, 60 euro actually. And if you get it cheaper, just get it. And maybe you even enjoy the games, you know. Yeah. So this is a big thumbs up from me. And that's it with this video. If you guys like my content, give me a thumbs up or subscribe. See you next time, guys. And don't forget to support your local video game store. Servus.